I just have one concern that I did get all the signatures last time in 2018. And I did get the independent paperwork in, so that should be easier, right? And then I did raise the money too. However, I asked and asked and asked where the funds were for reaching those hurdles, and we never got funded. So the guy investigating, named Vasquez, resigned a year later, had a year to investigate why the funds never came. And there was a huge pissing match, and they discovered that Colin Hostin was a citizen of Trinidad, and they gave him the money. So that's kind of odd. So I did my level best last time. I do have all the signs. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I'm not going to knock a single door. But the point of the matter was, if I went and knocked every door in my district last time and didn't get funded and raised the money, it was $5 at a time. It was a total nightmare. That's all. I'm completely happy with putting in an equal effort. But the fact of the matter is, why knock doors if I did meet the criteria last time and never got the matching funds?
Well, that's something I would assume that we can look into. I don't know. I wasn't.
It's not that big of a deal because,
but
it seems odd for me to take on two Democrats last time, beat one, lose to the other. They both got funded, and we never did as a Republican. And it happened to one other lady in Middletown or Middlebury. I forget the town, but I know the lady. It happened. The same thing happened to her.
Okay.
So anyway, it's not the biggest deal. I don't want to make huge waves. They don't like me anyway. But
John, if I may, Mr. Chairman, Larry Cafaro, John, it's a huge deal. The system that was fought so hard by to be in place by the Democrats.
I agree. It's a huge deal.
Now you got to respect it, and you got to follow the rules. And if you qualified by way of the number of signatures and the amount of money that you raised, and that all your signatures were verified, you should have gotten the money.
Correct.
But so I encourage you, if I may, to do that again. And you're going to have a whole army of people that are going to be watching them up in Hartford to make sure it's done right this time, because it is worth it. Otherwise, you will not be on an equal playing field, number one. And number two, if I may, just a suggestion. You know, there's the old story that I can't guarantee that you'll win if you don't do doors, but I can guarantee that you won't win if you don't. So I encourage you to do the same effort that you did last time, because you impressed a lot of people. And
well, here we go. Let me mention one thing. The atmosphere in 2018 was super hostile at Columbus Magnet, okay? Hostile. I went back in 2019 for election day, and it was so bad we left. Now, I had volunteers, like 9 2 years ago, and all of them were disabled, okay? And they're very happy to help. All of them were Democrats, which is remarkable. This past year, on 2019, I set up the tents. You know, it was scheduled to rain. So we had these like 10 by 10s, just a canopy top. But they couldn't stay because they wouldn't give us a space. 2 cops got in my face. And we decided, after numerous phone calls, and the year before, in 2018, Travis was touching us, boxing, shadow boxing, throwing punches at our faces all day, running up and down the street saying, a vote for Flynn is a vote for Trump. So, I mean, it was hostile. And we stood there. I had my 2 sons with me, no problems, no confrontations, no direct, but it was a gauntlet they set up. Last year in 2019, we weren't allowed a single Republican sign. They would not allow us to put them in the ground. Now, I had signs for different people 2 years ago, which was no problem, because I got there at 5:30 in the morning first. I was not fortunate enough to get there first in 2019, and they had a sign everywhere. They wouldn't allow us a single spot for a sign, which was problematic. And I expect this time around that it's going to be even more difficult. I have no problem doing it. I'll do it. But if it gets to the point where they've got people yelling at us, which they did 2 years ago, Columbus is super hostile. The other two schools, Eli, no problem. It's mostly Spanish. And the third school, no problem, mostly Republican, truthfully. So, but them setting up a gauntlet and pushing people. I had the blind lady there all day in the rain. She's a trooper. She had a lady in a wheelchair. It was really, the effort they made was tremendous. And
John, let's get together offline and
cool. I just wanted to let everyone know the problems we've had, so that if we have them again, I hope you don't.
Yeah, we'll catalog all of them, and
cool. I'm non-confrontational.
We'll address it.
Yeah, but I did file 2 complaints which have never been heard. Which is
Jonathan, thank you. Thanks for jumping in there, because I just want to say also, and I hear you, John.
Yeah.
I
got no problems. I'm non-confrontational. Nothing will happen. But you know what? It's abuse is what it is.